What's up, soul family? This is week 6 of our self discovery journey. And if you've made it this far, I hope that this is more than what you've expected. But wait, okay? Today, we are going to be discussing restoring emotional safety so that you can build trust from within. See, this is something that, ooh, has been so difficult. Okay, can I be honest with y'all? See, in this world, when we are in a deregulated state, nothing feels safe. When I say nothing, I mean nothing and nowhere feels safe. See, my thoughts used to be so dark, and I still have them from time to time, and I be having to check them like, baby, sorry, but it didn't work 5 years ago. It didn't work 10 years ago, and it's not gonna work now. I got too much to live for someone to see a news article saying Michelle Taylor has committed suicide. What? I'm sorry. See, restoring emotional safety is so important because not only do you need to find an environment where you can express your emotions in a safe space, but you have to create that environment within yourself. So you need an internal environment and an external environment. And it really begins with trusting yourself to be able to feel, to be able to process, to be able to choose, to be able to protect your peace. Do you trust yourself with your own peace? See, many of us look outside of ourselves for peace, for joy, for happiness. And the reason for that is because we don't trust that we can give that to ourselves. But in reality, we don't need anyone to give that to us or validate our emotions because we can learn to give that to ourselves, strengthen that our emotional aspects, and then build on top of that. See, when you're looking to create and restore emotional safety within yourself, you gotta go deep, deep, deep. I mean, deep. And most people are afraid because they know what's there and they froze what's there. But what I want you to know is just because you froze it doesn't mean that that part of you can't feel safe. So, what you have to do is begin to unfold that thing that you froze and then set with it. See, I had to set with the 7 and 8 year old version of myself when I first met my mom. That's when I had first met her. I met her when I was like 5, 6, but I didn't know who she was. And she would always write us letters in jail. And she had a friend that was knitting pillows and stuff for us, but I didn't really know who she was. I just saw us getting gifts and stuff like that. And I believe she said it in one of the letters, but it didn't really register because I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this is my mom. Like, what's going on? So when I finally actually met her, it was like, oh, smack in the face at the same time as jumping up with excitement, at the same time as being angry. Like it was all these different emotions, and I really didn't feel safe to express myself because when I started to live with her, my life completely changed. I had to live in a way that I wasn't used to with no stability. My grandmother brought stability, even though we was in the hood and we was on, you know, welfare and stuff. She brought stability, so I didn't never go without anything. Now it might have not been the best looking stuff, But I didn't go without. And once I moved in with her, I didn't know how to express how I was feeling. So I had to sit with that version of myself in a meditative state, journaling, dancing. Like I had to do a lot, okay? And I just had to reassure her that you're okay, that you're strong, that you deserve the best. And I had to not only tell her that, but I had to build a relationship with that version of me so that she can feel safe. See, that is what the process of building and restoring emotional safety looks like because you need that 8-year-old version of you to trust you. Because if not, we all know what 8-year-olds do. We all know what 5-year-olds do. If they can't trust you, they're going to throw a temper tantrum. They're going to go ballistic. They're going to withdraw and isolate. Like, you got to understand that 8-year-old you will do that. It will begin to resent you. It'll begin to get angry at you. And you have to be the adult version of yourself for that child version of yourself. And by doing so, you'll be able to build a connection and a bond with that version of yourself. And eventually, that version of yourself will trust you enough to say, okay, she told me I'm safe. I must be safe. She told me that everything's going to be okay. It must be. I trust her. And then you can start to look for external. See, I don't really like the idea of going external before going internal because a lot of people don't know how to process their emotions. So they will project their emotions onto you. And if you already don't know how to self regulate, then you're going to absorb their emotions and then you're going to internalize them and then you're going to embody them and then you're going to become those emotions. Okay? So there's 3 steps. You internalize them, you embody them, and you become them. So at that point, you're not only carrying your weight, but you're carrying the weight of however many people has projected their emotions onto you. So then you can realize that that's not always the best decision to make offhand when I'm trying to build my emotional resilience. Once you build that, you can then get into those communities. And instead of being the one that is getting it all projected onto you, you can be the mirror for other people. You can hold up the mirror and say, I've been there. I got through, and this is what I did. A whole bunch of sad and depressed people in a room talking about their feelings, and nobody knows how to get out is not a good room for you to be in when you are trying to build trust with yourself because your inner child is going to say, you said that I could trust you. Why did you put me in this environment? This isn't a safe environment. I can't express how I feel. I can't release none of this. And then it's going to start going ballistic. It's going to start throwing a temper tantrum. It's going to isolate itself, withdraw itself. And then now you're back to ground zero. How do I know? Just went through it. I built up a relationship with the younger version of myself. And I didn't go through each stage of my life. So the teenage version of myself popped up. Okay. The younger version, she was kind of cool, right? She like, you know, I rock with you. We good. We be coloring, we be painting. Like, I'm cool. You didn't show me that I could trust you, right? But the teenage version of me, oh, she was not having it. Okay. She's like, well, first off, I don't care about none of that. You put me into this situation. I've already been there, done that. I'm tired. Okay. I don't even want to talk. Silent treatment. Boom. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought that I just needed to go tap into my inner child. And yes, that version, 18, 19-year-old version, was still a child, but it was more so a young adult. So I didn't acknowledge that version of me. And I just assumed, oh, well, since, that was a couple years ago, I don't really need to talk to you. I'm the commander in chief. And it didn't work. So when I started to put myself in these environments externally, before I held hands with that 18, 19-year-old version of myself, it backfired. So I had to remove myself from those environments and I had to build the trust. And can I be honest? Okay, she a tough cookie. Okay, she the one who went through um, single parenting, childbirth, alone, homelessness. Like she's the one. So she like, I'm trying to look out for my daughter. I don't know what you talking about, but I'm on a mission. So if you gonna put me in places where I can't fulfill my mission, then I don't really got nothing to say to you. So I'm still working with her. Can I be honest? I'm still working with her. But I'm beginning to release her from all of those obligations. I'm telling her, you don't have to think like that anymore. Our daughter, okay, Miss My Baby, our daughter is about to be 9 years old, okay? She is alive. She is well. She is healthy. She is happy. She communicates her feelings. So thank you for all that you've done. But I got So this is what I'm going through right now. Okay, I know y'all probably like, hold up, is you having a whole conflict within yourself? I sure am. Okay, and this girl's stubborn. So it's cool though because I'm bringing that reassurance to that version of myself, but I'm also bringing that reassurance to this version of myself and saying, you know what, my safe space is going to be in my heart. So whenever something happens, it go to my heart. And my external safe space is going to be the community that I built that is strong and powerful and uplifting and not the one that I grew up in. Because that's part of the reason why my 18 and 19-year-old version of myself got so upset with me because she was like, you just surrounded yourself with the same people that I've been trying to remove myself from. You know how kids and teenagers get mad, like, I hate you, and shut the door. Like, it was one of those type of screams that was like, I removed all of these people from my life. These type of people, I removed them. Why are you seeking them? And I was like, I thought that's what you wanted. No, that ain't what I wanted. That's what I thought I wanted, but that's why I removed them. 20-year-old version of Michelle pops up. And I'm like, oh man, y'all is just crazy, 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 crazy. But I say all this to say there's so many different versions of yourself that you get to build trust with and get to create that emotional safe space with. And if I were you, my best advice is start in your heart. Create that safe space in your heart. So I want you to this week reflect on a moment where you catch yourself criticizing yourself and just pause, let it process through, acknowledge it, honor it, empower it, and reassure it, and let it know that you will not forsake it and that y'all are in. That's all I got for you guys today.